Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would flip through the Hobonichis that I use for 2021. So to be fair, in 2021 I started my current Hobonichi in November, so that's technically 2021 too. But I started off the year in a 2020 that I knew I was going to repurpose, and I bought it locally here in Houston, Texas at the little craft place, and they always sell them towards the end of the year at a really good price, so I always grab some. So for 2021, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. I thought that I would transfer all of my stuff from my health, my tracker that I use. As you can see, the weight gain started. So I started it for more of a wellness one where I was tracking reading and sex and events and exercise. Then I did like mood, and come February, I was like, okay, that's not going to work. So what I did was towards the back, I had took some stuff out of here too, so it's not totally complete. On my notes page, which I took off, and I believe I put in another book, I surrounded my goals with my notes pages. So as you can see, I have some stuff taken out because I repurposed this. Like, it's a completely done in my mind. So I've used it for repurposing my current week. So February is when I started to use it like normal. March as like a main companion, April. Then I took out the months and I glued them into, my current planner. Then came June. Well, let's go to the back. To the back, I was using it as commonplace book. Let's go through the weeks, sorry. So some of the weeks I was using as like my marriage access service for my husband, confessions, affirmations. It's important to notice that I white out the dates because it's a 2020. Then I started using it like normal with my events, and then horizontal, and then, just however I wanted to start using it. I think I got bored, like I said, around March, April. I picked up again in May, June, because I started this week's over here, and that's the one that's more completed. And so what I wanted to use the Hobonichi for was faith dailies, journaling on the weeklies, but nothing like that ever pans out in my mind. So I went ahead and framed my goals. I wanted to refine my marriage, upgrade me, enhance, boost my faith, enhance my parenting, and in came the word improve, which you saw up in the beginning. So I went ahead, and what does that mean? Boosting your faith requires vulnerability. I look at your pride issues, letting go, trusting God more than yourself. Just kind of went in on what all that means. And so scriptures on a mother's love. I am not goodness, let me just say this, because I am not in any way, shape, or form claim to be perfect, claim to be anything. I am a sinner, okay? I use my things to help my walk with the Lord, which is my walk. But these things are to help me grow. Is it to be like, oh yeah, am I not full of pride? Heck no. I have pride issues, self-control issues, controlling issues. My mouth ain't good all the time. Like, just because I follow the Lord doesn't make me, like this holier than thou on a cloud. Like, no, absolutely not. If that was the case, why would I need God? So, just notes, bullet journaling, regular journaling. That's how I use my back of the notes pages. So here I have a whole bunch. And that must be where Sophia wrote on everything. Yeah. So my plan is all of the Hobonichis that I have that are not used and they have stuff, I always repurpose. Like, I have 2 more, 3 more, I don't know, probably more like 5 more, who knows, but they always are repurposed. This cover, I get asked a lot, is from Eberhardt. It's upside down. And she sold it to me before that reason. It was like some I guess like an Oops one or whatever. This is a favorite cover of mine. I've used it for a while. So I bought this in June on vacation. And this is not the mega. That is the mega. In my mind, I was like, I don't need a mega. Oh my gosh, it's too much paper. Come to find out, when I ended this one, I needed a mega. But so I also took stuff out of here. So I continued my word of the year, which was improve. I put my reminders here that I, typed out: breathe through panic, pause, pray, challenge yourself. This is still applicable to what I, want to do. Then I started pasting in towards the end of the year, like around October-ish, because the yearly tracker, I never really used. So I started pasting stuff in. I started pasting pages in and just what I wanted to use it for. I took out months because those went into my current one for November. And my monthlies, I use, but it's a duplicate of information because I have that in my main planner. So here we are around June and July, which is when I started using this. And there goes my phone. It's just going to have to ring because I'm not getting it. So here's August, and then September is when I really started diving deeply in here into my months. And then I started using it like a bullet journal. I just pasted in paper. And then, because some of those weeks I also took out and put in my current weeks, so I could use it in November. So I've got here March 2021. I back planned everything that was in here because I wanted it all in one thing. I like to put my my events, and I just wanted something that was going to capture the year. Clearly, it's both of these that are going to capture the year, but I keep them both together. So, I mean, my whole goal was to just get my Hobonichi Weeks finished, and I would say that I kind of did that. So I would start to figure out what I wanted to do, like meals on the side. And I believe all this is back plan, but it has the true data. And I think, let's go through. You'll see once I started to use it in its current, because it's not just pen to paper anymore. Fix your face to smile. This was my trip. So here's when I kind of started using it. Yeah, because that's when I got it. Because we had our trip here, and then I got it here at this week. So I was like, right? Then I just kind of started really feeling it. And honestly, the weeks is just a very small snapshot of your week because it is so small. I think I was watching Dakshina's video, and she said it's like an inch. Like, that is small, friends. And look how my writing is. Like, so that's why my current weeks, I only put like 3 to-dos and like my events on this side. And that's why it works for me like that. But I love, having this side. But as you could see, you can only get like 3 things in. So didn't do nothing that week. I don't know why it's sticking. I think there's like sticker paper, like feels like sticker thing, like the little residue from the sticker. So yeah, this was a fountain pen that I had bought at the little craft place. It was not good. I don't know why I didn't like it. It was like a lighter blue. Here we go. So towards the end of the year is when I really picked up, like, August, September. I carried this in my purse for a really while, like a long time. This is like my favorite way to kind of use it as well. It's just like boxing out this. I had put weather. I had tried to put my mood. And then here is kind of like what I like to do. I no longer put the weather, but I like the to-do, the events, the reminders to clean. I am not a no sticker person. As you could, like back there, that kind of bothers me. I'm like, do I need to go put paper and like washi? This is it. This is where I'm like, okay, I love it. So November 1st is when I went into this. And that is where you see me use it current. So I had like glued in a November tab, like a monthly. Where is it? Oh, it's over here somewhere in my notes. Right? I glued in a monthly because I started it in November. So I still was using this for a little bit to just, but then as you could see, it just died down here because, yeah, I was already over here. But towards Thanksgiving, I used this stuff for like Thanksgiving stuff to buy, Christmas stuff to do, things I wanted to buy the kids, for friends and family, words to consider. Then at one point, I was using a pretty planning area and a functional area in my mind, right? And then I started to use it in a variety of different ways to see what kind of layout I wanted to use for the newer one. And it just, none of them really worked. I was trying to decide if I wanted to do it like split down the middle or half, because as you could see, there's like little dots right there that you could kind of, you know, section out the weeks. So trying to figure out different layouts for the weeks that I'm using different pins. Whether, you know, like if you wanted to track the weather here and put the date over here and put washi here, like none of that worked. Like nothing. I was putting like my fasting here, my top 3 to-dos. I think, I have no idea what those numbers are. I know they're not my weight. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So mood. So these were just mock ones because I knew I was already going to kind of come over here in that one. So some of these were just duplicate information and just trying to figure out like what I wanted to do. I was like, do you want to use it for like journaling? But I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like that. So here comes the notes, generational prayers, bullet journal. I was so mad at my husband that day. 2022 words, laugh, present, flexible, teach. I end up doing peace. How to lower your blood sugar. This is stuff from like keto, clean keto stuff. How to stop pre-diabetics going into diabetes, I mean. Got to lower your A1C, a lot on insulin resistance once I have. Daily pages. This is when I got the Punto from Nancy. I bought it, which is this cover. Journaling. So yeah, that's kind of how I started using the weeks towards the end of the year. And I started putting pictures and journaling. That was fun. I think I'm going to, when we got our cat, covers for the weeks. Some of this stuff is kind of personal, so I don't know. The rest is journaling. Yeah. I did put these in because I was like, I'm going to do topical scripture. Yeah, that didn't work. Here's one on peace. So I like that I could say I semi-finished a week's. My goal is obviously to finish this one in its entirety. This is a mega weeks. This is my current love. I'm trying to figure out if I want to paste this back in, and I haven't. But in 2022, I only take in positivity. So you've got the intention, my intentions and my holidays are in where the yearly is. And then here's December, and then here's January. And I got it to my current weeks, but this is when I started using it. I tipped in or glued in pages at this point in here until it got to like the 29th, which is when you can use it. So I love the weeks. It's a companion to my current planner. I think now that I found the way that I like to use it, I think we're fine now. Towards the back. So you know how you get the new weeks will always start more than likely like on the 28th of November or whatever. Now that I know, I love tipping in or pasting in ones, I'm fine. But now I have used the rest of those pages back here for gratitude for my husband. So your husband's a gift and a blessing to you. Focus on that always. Works wonders when I'm mad at this man. I was like, which is not, you know, as we gotten older, I mean, we've been with each other for almost 19 years. As I've gotten older, I'm like, yeah, I love you. Who cares? Let's move on. So that's that. And then in my note pages, I've got the November where I, you know, had to glue in, and then just bullet journal and commonplace book and just stuff that's, I'm not going to go into every detail, but this is kind of what it is. Thanksgiving gumbo, which was a hit. That was really good. We actually have some frozen still. Advent gifts, Christmas. So last time I used it in here was December 20th. I haven't did a daily yet because I'm trying to calm down. I mean, I have the whole year. So I'm trying to not use up the whole entire pages. So the back is a New York trip we want to take. And then I paste in a weekly for when we go to that trip. Just some little images and pictures, daily reminders, weekly reminders, stuff for the kids, things I want to get, planner, craft, personal, and house. I did put some on in there, and then I reminded myself that I had these stickies that I could use. What I want to research, personal development, my planner product, groceries on hand, cleaning reminders. I actually referenced this quite a few. I haven't filled up my master task because I don't know now. I don't know if I want it to be that. And then back here is always going to be for the seasonal gifts and people's birthdays of stuff I want to buy them and stuff. So that's my whole Hobonichi Weeks for 2021 in here. And then, so again, the Weeks is a really good system. It could be, a lot of people use it as their main planner. I could never because it's just too small and doesn't have everything that I need. But it's a great on-the-go carry. There's still kind of clips, but I kind of just leave it open on my planner cart right here. This is where it lives. So every day I pick it up. But it's a great way to document your life, memory keeping. I've used it for fitness. I've used it for faith. I mean, I've used it for a lot of different things. But I just kind of wanted to show you a little flip of this one. This kind of gets stored in my drawer, both of these. And you know, I archive, I have a woman cave, I have closets, I have things, so I just archive them there. One day when they get way too much, I'll just get a big old plastic bin and just, if I want to, put it in our storage. But I like keeping my books out and flipping through them. So I just wanted to show y'all. God bless you.